think the workout went today?
I thought it was good. You know, it's always good for us to have the opportunity to compete against another team, especially one like the Chargers here. Done this 3 years in a row. I think it's been really beneficial for us, I think, and for them. You get a different look, obviously a different scheme, both offensively and defensively. So you come out here and haven't really had a chance to prepare for it a bunch, and you just kind of throw yourself in the mix. And so you have to. I think it causes you to have to really think and kind of adjust to what you see, and I think it's just good work for everybody.
Drew, in some ways, is this as valuable as a preseason game?
Yeah, I'd say for me it's even more valuable because I'm getting a lot more reps, obviously, in these practices than I would be getting in a preseason game. And so and you script situations, right? You don't always encounter every situation in a preseason game, but out here you're able to script play action periods and pressure periods, third down, red zone, 2-minute, everything that would happen throughout the course of a normal game or the regular season. And you get to go up against a really good, talented team, a team that's used to winning, a team that was a playoff team last year. So I think it's good. Just it ramps up the competition.
Your review of how you guys did, what did you think of overall offensive press?
I mean, we'll look at the film. I don't think our tempo was as good as I would like for it to be. But we'll take a look at it and make the corrections we need to make.
Is the climate change extremely noticeable?
Yeah, very much so. I'm not soaking wet right now.
Drew, do you see improvement in Taysom as a passer, and does it surprise you that all the other teams around the league are sort of trying this experiment with players?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: you got to have a rare talent and a rare person to be able to be a jack of all trades like that. Taysom's a quarterback who just happens to be an incredible athlete, and therefore his strength and his skill set and his smarts and his toughness can be used in other areas as well, right? But I don't think there's many Taysom Hills out there.
Do you anticipate other teams sort of at least trying that?
Well, okay. If I were to compare it to something, call it like the basketball player tight end experiment, right? That's worked out for a few guys, right? As we've seen. Antonio Gates, Jimmy Graham, Tony Gonzalez for that matter, and a few others. But, I think different than what they were asked to do. Taysom plays about 8 different positions on the field. He plays tight end, he plays quarterback, he plays almost like a hybrid fullback, H-back position. He plays quarterback, right? He can run, he can throw. He plays every special teams, right? In a bunch of different areas. So it just requires a very unique skill set. And I just don't think there's many guys that have that ability. Truly. Especially to play the quarterback position along with that. Because I think we know what the quarterback position demands in regards to your ability to run, pass, lead the huddle, do a lot of things. So it's a unique skill set that I don't think many possess.
How would you grade the quarterback challenge?
We got beat pretty good today, but the challenge itself was pretty good. 10 throws, that allows you to get into a little bit of a rhythm. I like the targets. Philip said they named it the county fair because I guess there is a county fair, and it reminds me of going and you're throwing the ball trying to knock down the dummies at the county fair or something like that. It's basically we had a myriad of different objects to throw at, so it was a combination of a bunch of different QB challenges all in one. 40 throws total, so it was a good comp.
You keep score?
Of course we keep score. What's the point if you don't keep score? They won. They won the QB comp today.
They did.
Yeah. But it was their choice, so then we choose tomorrow's comp. I'm confident that the Saints will come through and win that one, and then we get the grudge match on Saturday. And by the way, we won last year and they won the year before, right? So there's a lot at stake here. Let's talk about the important stuff here.
Drew, how do you feel when you're asked to take that day off?
Oh, I hate vet days off. I just like taking the reps. I like being out with the guys. I like getting work done. I just don't want to miss. I don't want to miss anything. And I feel like if the guys are out here, I should be out here. So, but I also understand the value of rest and recovery at times when it's needed. So I'm trying to be smarter in my seasoned years.
Do you always feel that way? Like, was there ever a time where you would have welcomed that?
No.
I
No,
heard
and I don't
Philip
think.
Rivers doesn't like them either. Is
Yeah.
that because did you two just have similar routines when you played together?
Well, I think maybe our personalities lend itself more to being a little bit in control of the situation. And so obviously when you're asked to, hey, take a day off, you know, there's nothing worse than sitting on the sideline and watching everybody else do it, right? If you're going to tell me to take a day off, go put me somewhere where I'm not going to drive myself crazy staring at it, you know?
I'm sorry, you do yoga now, Philip? Do yoga?
I'll do yoga, I'll do Pilates, yeah. I do a lot of stuff. I think there's benefits to all those things.
Do the days off have benefits? When you said you'd rather not take them, but I mean, do you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They absolutely do, yes.
And you feel it the day after one?
It's a little bit of stubbornness that it just got to overcome. That's really what it is.
Drew,
Yeah.
lost Mark Ingram, got Latavius Murray. What is the
Yeah.
most significant difference there? What can we expect with Latavius running the rock?
I think they're both similar in the roles that they'll play, you know, with their offense. I've been really impressed with Latavius. I think he's played at a high level wherever he's been, and I think he adds a good element, you know, just that similar element that Mark added, and I think the complement of him and Alvin is really good, and the ability to put them both on the same field at the same time gives you a lot of options.
Drew, since you left San Diego, Phillips never missed a start. Can you speak to that sort of consistency and longevity that he's had?
Yeah, it's a great testament to, you know, his toughness, his ability to, I'm sure, fight through a bunch of injuries at the same time. You know, you don't make it through this game or play every season healthy. So testament to him and his competitiveness as well.
Is there an element of luck to that?
Yeah, there is. I mean, listen, as a quarterback, you're in vulnerable positions a lot, you know, and you're relying on a lot of things that are outside of your control. And so you certainly hope that, you know, those things go your way.
Back to Latavius, what is your relationship like with him?
It's good. It's really good. I mean, we've had, a couple months together now. I really like him. I enjoy our conversations outside of football. You know, just getting a chance to know him, just like other guys as well, Jared Cook and other teammates that are new here. And I think everybody appreciates what we have with the Saints as far as our locker room and camaraderie. You know, there is something to our locker room, and I think it's a big reason why we've been successful. You know, guys care about each other. Guys enjoy being around each other off the field as well. And I think that trust and that love carries over to what we do on the field and the success we have.
Did you have trouble adjusting to a new helmet when you went?
I didn't have trouble adjusting to it. It was more so the fact that it just looks like I'm going to Mars instead of playing a football game, you know. So I don't know if I told you guys, like 4 or 5 years ago when a lot of these helmets started coming out, and man, I had the old school one, right? I was like, all right, well, maybe it's time to try the new one. You know, the equipment guys are pushing you to do it. Everybody's pushing you to do it. So I put it on. I step in the huddle, and Lance Moore, right, one of my favorite guys ever, he gets down and he looks at me and he stands up and he's like, bro, I cannot take you serious wearing that helmet. I just can't. I can't even process the play you just said. Right? I can't look at you the same. So I was like, forget this stupid helmet. You know, go back to my old school one and.
What was it about that?
Rocked it for 4 more years until they outlawed it this year, right? I guess it's technically outlawed this year. But it's super comfortable. Feels good. Just looks weird.
You are a creature of habit, right? I mean, did you want to fight it?
No, not really. Again, worry about things you can control. Didn't really control that one, right? They were outlawing it. And they scan your head and they do all this fancy stuff, and I figure if it's going to help protect me a little bit more, then that's probably a good thing.
What is the attachment to a helmet? Like, is it safety? Is it comfort? Is it taking you out of your routine?
Well, I think it's comfort and familiarity. I mean, there's all kinds of different helmets now. You know, there's a million different brands and styles and everything else, and everybody kind of has their own deal. I like the old school one for the longest time.
Is it somewhat amusing?
Last question, guys.
You've kind of, I guess, 2 incarnations, right? The face mask that you had in college was outlawed, and then the helmet's outlawed. That you played long enough to
Right.
see 2 phases of equipment outlawed.
Right. I mean, maybe I should like bring leather helmets back, you know, just to get a laugh. Or the single bar suspension, you know, I could go that route. Again, it's all for the right reasons, right? I tell myself that if it's making the game safer and making me safer, then that's probably a good thing.